What's up and welcome everybody, this is Carl93 and today we'll take a look at the Figma Alter Ego OKITA SOUJI Alter. OKITA Alter was first made summonable during FGO's GudaGuda Part 3. She's a Saberface, one of the instances where she's not Artoria, and she's also a gender-bent alter of OKITA SOUJI. And despite her bevy of nicknames such as Devil Saber or Majin Saber, this version of OKITA Alter is classed under the special Alter Ego class. First look at the figure, and stop me if you've heard this before, but Figma, once again, nails the animated aesthetic. The proportions are immaculate, the likeness is impeccable, and the overall visual presentation is complemented by a sharp amount of paintwork. Alter has been nicknamed Okitan by the community, and it's due to her tan complexion, which translates well in figure form. Her attire is a scant black and red kimono with intricate gold trims, and a long flowing black overcoat with white and gold detailing. Looking at this figure from afar, and there are three particular things that stand out visually. Number one is her hair. Crazy, silly, anime hair, and I love it. It's accurate to her stage 2, and it comes at a bit of a cost in practicality. The hair tends to weigh down her head, and it's not uncommon to see OKITA Alter's head extended to the point where it breaks the sculpt. Number 2 is her stilts. Very sharply detailed, the touch of gold paint is crisp and once again accurate to how she looks on screen. However, it should grow increasingly obvious that OKITA Alter is unable to stand on her own, and that's because of how the stilts are designed. They are not figure-friendly at all. You do get a Figma stance, so it really shouldn't matter that much. And finally, for those in the know, a very important detail for any OKITA Alter figure, she has a boob window. It's cool. I mean, boob window. Let's move on. 2. Articulation, and Figma OKITA Alter gives you the expected amount from the modern female Figma body. The anime hair also has a bit of articulation, and even the lower parts of her overcoat can move out of the way for some more dynamic posing. Accessories start with the usual stuff like a Figma stand and a Figma bag. OKITA Alter also comes with a variety of emotions, starting off with her default stoic face, which you can swap for a battle-ready screaming face, and an open-mouthed smiling face. You also get a hand rack that houses a variety of easily swappable hands. She starts off with a pair of fists, which you can swap for a pair of wide open hands, a pair of gripping hands, a pair of semi-open hands, and you get accessory-specific left and right hands. The right hand is for gripping the snack on a stick, and the left hand is used for gripping her extra long weapon. And since we've made it to the weapon part, she comes with her signature weapon, the Extremity of Endlessness, Rengoku. You get two versions, one that's stored in a scabbard, and one that's unsheathed and ready for action. I mean, there's really only one way to describe this sword's length, and that's crazy, silly anime sword. A quick size comparison, and since Majin Saber is not a saber, here's OKITA Alter next to Saber, next to Saber, next to Saber, next to Shielder or Tenao, and finally, here's... Now before we conclude this review, some people may have preferred a cloth overcoat for Figma OKITA Alter. And as someone who's generally not a big fan of cloth goods, this is one situation where I actually agree. Had we gotten a removable overcoat, it would have given Max Factory the incentive to include a base OKITA Alter head sculpt along with a scarf to replicate not only her stage 2, but also her stage 1. Make no mistakes though, these are more suggestions than actual negatives, because I think Figma OKITA Alter is a very good figure. But I suppose, I always expected her to be good, and even great at some points. The main question will always be, Is she worth the high asking price? It's no secret that import figures have been in the upswing for quite some time now, and gone are the days where a base figure costs around $40 to $50. OKITA Alter's overall appeal hinges heavily on whether or not you're a Fate fan. Or maybe you just like cool anime samurai girls with cool anime swords. That's also on the table. So in the end, dear viewers, I wish there was a word to concisely sum up how I feel about this figure. Maybe a phrase to exclaim great victory. But for the love of me, I can't quite think of a word. Oh well, maybe I'll find that word next time.